स्ट्रेस, एंजाइटी और डिप्रेशन के अलावा साउंड हीलिंग किस तरह की मेडिकल कंडीशंस को क्योर करने में हेल्प करता है?
So Hindu philosophy, they say that everything started from home.
डॉक्टर शैमरॉक, जैसा अभी आपने बताया कि आजकल हर कोई सोशल मीडिया पे या गैजेट्स का एडिक्शन बहुत ज्यादा है, स्पेशली बच्चों में स्क्रीन टाइम आफ्टर कोविड तो बहुत ही ज्यादा बढ़ गया है। वेलकम डॉक्टर शैम रॉक।
Namaskar. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with your podcast and to share the journey I came through.
जी डॉक्टर शैम रॉक, आप अपना इंट्रोडक्शन हमारे व्यूअर्स को दीजिए और बताइए कि कैसे आपकी साउंड हीलिंग की जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई।
Yes. So my name is Shyam. Actually, Shyam Rock is my stage name. My real name is Shyam Rock. So I'm hailing from a small village hill station in Kerala, a place called Wayanad. My grandparents were having I grown up there. Then I switched to Dubai. In between, I was studying in Bangalore. That was my connection with Bangalore, and I like this city very much. So in between, I moved to Dubai, and I met a lady by name Julian Odell. She's a drummer and a drum circle facilitator. So in a corporate event where I was working in Dubai, she came with a couple of African artists to perform drum circle. So from childhood, I used to break pots and pans of my mom. Because I love music that much. So when I was studying in the primary schools, those days my passion towards music started, and I was playing pots and pans and getting a lot of scolding from my mother. That was how the musical journey started, and eventually I got to learn some basic of music from a couple of masters by name Mr. Suhas and Mr. Rajiv, who taught me the basic of music. That is drum. So that is the only knowledge I had those days, and I started playing in my school band and college band. And college band, we got some prizes in the university, state levels, in intercollegiate competitions and all. And that was the beginning. And since parents force us to study, they will not support much into take music as a serious profession. So my parents want me to become a doctor, so they were pushing me to. But I was a good student at the time, and I was actively participating in cultural and sports events. Even I was a sportsman. I learned martial art, district, my college. So I went till state level in shuttle badminton, and I was a good athlete also. So this was my childhood history. I wanted to do something special. Okay, so I came to India, and I decided work in another country. Let's do something which I like, and that too in my own country. So when I came back and shared this idea, initially my parents, especially my dad, after coming back from Dubai, 1 year I was doing all this research and how to start this company, planning, and all my savings also got exhausted. I was feeling little demotivated, but I have good faith in music, and I have a passion and interest, very much excited to go. So I actually approached my friends to join me to invest, to start this company, something like this. Convinced so much. So I got selected in one of the insurance company, and I was having a training program in Bangalore. That's how I shifted to Bangalore. And my younger brother actually introduced me to Landmark Forum. I was in a dilemma of whether to start this company or whether to start a full-time job. So after attending Landmark Forum, I got more focus and confidence, and
clarity.
That was a springboard for me to jump into this. I will say a few things influenced those days. One was Landmark Forum. Other one, couple of movies I watched, which is The Pursuit to Happiness and 3 Idiots, inspired me to start something and take challenge and move ahead in the life. I got connected to a couple of my friends Anglo, and we started a private limited company. At the same time, we were also connected to the Dubai. She was very much interested to support me and join me in this venture in India. Now, after that 3 years, I think we We didn't even keep a marketing team, or we never did any sales call. We have a good database, so they call us every month whenever they require. We used to do 15-20 shows a month very peacefully. That's good. And eventually we added a lot of things to drum circle. The demand in the corporate industry is very high.
So, Dr. Shyam Rock, what is sound healing?
We have started LED liquid drumming. Then we have started an African band, and we have started aerial drumming act. In terms of engagement acts, we have this drum circle. Then we have started something called boom whackers, boom jam. Boom whackers are musical pipes wherein they can create melody even, but this is like more of melody. So they create different musical notes, and we collaborate them playing different sequences, different groups into a symphony. So later we introduced the xylophone symphony, where we imported xylophone from something very unique and designed body percussion, where we use body as a prime instrument. Different possibilities of body, like the sound, the claps, the clicks, and the tappings, hummings. So all this will be populated as a musical piece. Now the latest is we are using AI and a lot of graphics into live drumming. A lot of gadgets from China incorporated drumming, light, LED lights, backdrop concepts, and storytelling. Not only simple drumming, it goes with a lot of elements.
Right.
It will be a audiovisual treatment for people. That's going to be launched next month. This is my journey as a musician. The question always arises, what is next? So that actually pushed me to go deep. Sound vibration. Sound as a vibration has got a lot of possibilities. It can relax yourself, treat your diseases, because human evolution starts from sound. You heard about Big Bang Theory. So Hindu philosophy, they say that everything started from Om. In the place called CERN, Geneva. So they have made an artificial chamber where they exploded, make the Big Bang artificially. Large atom collider. So they recreated the Big Bang, and they could find that a lot of particles they could see other than. So we have the hierarchy of proton, neutron, electron. So if you take human body, for example, we have organs. Organs are made up of cells. Cells are made up of atoms. Atoms are made up of electrons, proton, protons. So normally modern science, they treat on a very cellular level. The entire body is of energy. We know that it all generated from the sound source, the sound Big Bang. So everything in the world has got its own frequency, and it vibrates different frequencies. When these frequencies get disturbed, negative energy, that is when people diseases. So normally, you will be exposed to a lot of frequencies when you go out. For example, if you take sound frequency, you can hear certain frequencies through your ear. Right? Yeah. But when you tune 93.5 FM with the device, you decode that frequency and you can hear. So that shows that these frequencies are there in the air. So different frequencies pass in the air. Okay. So what happens? Frequencies, there will be good frequencies and bad frequencies. Negative energy, we call it as. So normally when you go out for your work or something else, you go out, you come back and take a shower to clean your physical body. So what happens when you get exposed and when you contaminated through this negative energy? It affects your energy body inside. So that affects to disturb your frequency, disturb your chakra balance. Eventually, it turns out to be toxins and turn into diseases. So these are things scientifically proven through researchers that modern medicines are good. I'm not, complaining about those things. But thing is, when you take medicines, it just suppresses the symptom.
Yes.
Not at the root level. Okay, so you have to cleanse from the root cause. Body is having all the power to heal diseases, right? When you have a fracture, what doctors do, they just fix it in the same position, hold position, and they just bandage and leave it to heal itself. Right. So allow body, we'll allow time so that the body itself will heal. We're not putting any medicine inside the body.
Yes.
So like that, every disease, the body is having the healing power. But our modern lifestyle and our impatience to get relief quickly, we go and ask doctors. They will give you some painkillers if you have.
डॉक्टर श्याम व्हाट इज साउंड हीलिंग और ये कैसे काम करती है और इसके क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं?
Sound healing is nothing new. It's written in our Puranas or Vedas and different other philosophies like Tibetan philosophy or every religion. If you take, you can see Nada Yoga, you might have heard, right? And in Tibetan philosophy, they use the Tibetan singing bowls. A temple, when you go to temple, you ring the bell, temple bell. Actually, you have to ring the temple bell and stand under that for some time so that the vibration go from top to bottom, and it helps to calm yourself, bring into that divine frequency. Because all these bells are made of copper and tin. Copper frequency is same as of planet Venus, and Venus is in Greek philosophy it's known as god of love. Other metal involved in this making of bells is tin. So tin is having the same frequency of Jupiter Bruhaspati, the lord of knowledge. So both frequencies they, combine together to become a divine frequency, that is love and knowledge. So when you ring a bell in a temple, you get that divine frequency which feels you better, calm, harness all your emotions and help you to focus to the deity. At the same time, different things help you. The mantras where the priest do, they hold water and they chant mantra. So water is having lot of properties, and the best properties water is having memory. And this mantra is having different frequencies, and the frequency will be collected in the water, and they give the prasad, and it will be transferred to the devotee. Plus the aroma and the flowers, everything will give a feel good factor to the one who visit the temple. So you see the chanting Om. Chanting Om is there in different cultures. So in Hindu culture we say Om. In Christianity, they say Amen. In Islam, they chant Amin. So all frequencies are almost same, giving the same effect. And there's a purpose of doing that, exposing you to the healing vibration. So this is a history of sound healing, and it's not something new. So the great healing power of sound is actually exposed to people in different ways.
Dr. Shyam Rock, stress, anxiety और depression के अलावा साउंड हीलिंग किस तरह की मेडिकल कंडीशंस को क्योर करने में हेल्प करता है?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it's very common word ultrasound.
Yes.
It's used for the imaging purpose in medical industry. And there is another application called lithotripsy, which is used to crush the stones like kidney stones and all this. They use lithotripsy, which is again a form of frequency. So healing has come to an invention in treating cancers or any other formalities. In cancer, normally radiations will harm the other cell. So as I said, everything in the world has its own frequency, same as cancer cells. So a certain frequency combined together to shatter the cancer cells. A lot of things coming back as yoga, meditation, on sound healing is one of the modality. I'm happy that I got into this practice, and I started preaching about it and promoting it about it. So giving something, a good message, a good way of life to the community is actually, I felt like something good. So we started doing in the integrated schools, prisons, and we do rehabilitative work for the cancer survivors, old age homes, school. So we reach out to all these people who are really in need. People will get some kind of stress reduction. So it can be attached to the canteen, it can be attached to the recreation center if they have music and sound vibrations.
डॉक्टर श्याम रॉक, जैसा अभी आपने बताया कि आजकल हर कोई सोशल मीडिया पे या गैजेट्स का एडिक्शन बहुत ज्यादा है, स्पेशली बच्चों में स्क्रीन टाइम आफ्टर कोविड तो बहुत ही ज्यादा बढ़ गया है। तो इस एडिक्शन को हटाने के लिए और स्क्रीन टाइम को रिड्यूस करने के लिए आप क्या अप्रोच बच्चों के लिए स्पेशली आप करते हैं? क्या अप्रोच आप अडॉप्ट करते हैं?
See, first of all, we have to convince them with the side effects of this, because kids, they are attracted to the entertainment part of it, or they are excited to see scrolling. And thing is, we have to limit the use of mobiles, and up to a certain age, you should never give this kind of gadgets to them. Apart from the study computers, you should not give a mobile phone to a kid. And there is a practice of mothers nowadays, if they don't eat food. They give a mobile phone to a small kid, like 3 to 4 years old kid. Also, they give some cartoon film, and they. Even I seen my sister doing this. So, which is a we are actually inducing some kind of addiction to.
Yes.
So it affects in different ways. It affects in chewing the food. It affects in digesting the food. Overall, body is distracted from what. So it's said that when you're eating, you should eat mindfully. You should chew it. You should enjoy. You should show your gratitude to the people who created the food. So all these essence of it is going apart. And when you give this kind of practice, when the kid is very small, he is not going to leave. He'll be continuing the same thing. So you are doing this to cut short your effort of feeding him naturally, but actually it starts from there. And otherwise, you have to limit the screen time, and it gives a lot of effects on your eyes, your mental state, and it affects on your sleep pattern. So it disturbs your circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
So
well-being is at stake.
Yeah. So people sit with screens late night, and it actually, it said that before sleeping, before 3 hours of sleeping, you should cut off. Otherwise, images will give disturbance in your sleep pattern, and it gives bad dreams, and your mind will be active. And even while waking up, also, you should not immediately go to a gadget like this. Go and take because your mind is in a deep delta stage. That is where when you are sleeping. So when you wake up immediately and go to a screen, so your mind is getting ready slowly to accept any knowledge or any information because it's hibernated. But if you suddenly take it to a very active stage, actually you're hurting that system. You're disturbing that system. So immediately, if you expose to gadget when you wake up, that's a bad thing to do. So you have to leave your time. You have to do some breathing. You have to do some kind of activity before you get into this.
So as a sound healer, what practice or what instrument you would like to suggest कि बजाय हमें अगेन कोई म्यूजिक को मोबाइल पे सुनना है या कंप्यूटर पे सुनना है, उसकी बजाय कौन सा इंस्ट्रूमेंट हम सुन सकते हैं अपने आप को डेली बेस पे डिटॉक्सिफाई करने के लिए?
See, most of the instrument has got its own grace of healing. There is nothing like particular like a veena, can be a violin. But thing is, there are different frequencies which gives a feel good factor, feel good effect. Like frequencies like 528, 428. So there are different frequencies which bring that result very quickly. So that when you expose to those kind of frequencies, you will get. So there are frequencies which can reduce your pain. There are frequencies bring happiness. So that you can find out. Now the world is very small. It's on your palm top. You can Google for soothing music, calm music, or meditative music. You can plug your earphones and listen to n number of meditative music and listen. So that's not an issue.
These instruments are used for healing.
These are the instruments majorly people use to healing sessions. Didgeridoo is also very ancient instrument, and also voice. Human voice. Human voice is a primary thing. You can create any kind of vibrations. You can even shatter a wine glass with your human voice. And you can search in YouTube. You can see people who try and shatter wine glass with their own voice. So human voice has got that much of power where you can. So chanting. If you don't have anything, you do home chanting. This is a message I have to send out to the world. Like at least start with this, and you will find bliss. If you find bliss, you go further, go deep into that. The world is because India is having such abundance of knowledge in these kind of things. So we discovered very late. We discovered yoga very late. We discovered the values of meditation late. Now the sound healing also, I think it will prosper. And the people will send out this message and try sound healing as a modality, try as a therapeutical way of living or whatever. Yeah. So that's my hope.
Yes, definitely it will boom. Dr. Shyam Rock, sound therapy or sound bath is one of the same thing या अलग अलग है ये?
See, there is slight difference. Sound therapy we call when you use frequencies to treat some diseases, address some. So there are certain frequency which can cure certain diseases. So that is a one-to-one process. Wherein sound bath is can be done to a one-to-one also. Otherwise, we can give it to a group.
So sound bath is majorly done in groups. क्या ये ऑनलाइन भी होता है या सिर्फ ऑफलाइन किया जा सकता है?
Yes, it can be done. We can do distance healing. As I said, vibrations can travel, and if you hear our online or the same frequency, you can decode with your device and you can hear. There's nothing wrong. So people do distance healing also.
साउंड हीलिंग उतना ही इफेक्टिव रहता है जितने रिजल्ट्स इसके ऑफलाइन में या फिजिकल सेशंस में मिलते हैं. ऑनलाइन सेशन में उतना बेनिफिट होता है?
Yeah. It will give, but anyway, something live is live. It will give effects. Yeah, people are doing distance healing as well. Yeah.
डॉक्टर शैमरॉक, सेंसरी इश्यूज क्या हैं और क्या सेंसरी इश्यूज वाले लोग भी साउंड थेरेपी को ले सकते हैं?
Sensory issues in the sense, as I said, if you decode 93.5 FM, you can hear. Actually, 93.5 FM frequency is in the air. There are frequencies which you can hear, like you means a human being can hear. There are frequencies an animal can hear. That means the frequencies are the capability of decoding it is different in animals and human beings and plants, and even plants receive music. They receive frequencies. You can do sound healing to animals. They give good milking. They give they sleep. Frequencies are not audible frequencies, but the vibrations of frequencies will impact as a frequency. It will be absorbed by the body and it can give impact on it. So audibility is not a parameter, but exposure is the parameter.
तो साउंड थेरेपी लेने से पहले क्या किसी को मेडिटेशन और योगा सीखना भी जरूरी है क्या?
Nothing like that. See, I told you it's an effortless way of getting into meditative state. Normally, when the people come and approach us, we will tell them to do the deep breathing exercise, and they have to come with a very easy button. This one. Then they have to either they can sit down comfortably, otherwise they have to lie down peacefully, and they have to relax the body. We give commands to relax their body.
क्या स्लीप रिलेटेड इश्यूज में और जॉइंट पेन्स और एक डायबिटीज जैसे इश्यूज को क्या साउंड हीलिंग से ठीक किया जा सकता है?
It depends on the practitioner how what he is going to choose and how he going to plan his therapy.
Yes. डॉक्टर शैमरॉक, आप कोई प्रोग्राम साउंड हीलिंग के प्रोग्राम्स भी कंडक्ट करते हैं क्या जो लोग इसमें फ्यूचर बनाना चाहते हैं?
See, we have trained the trainers programs also. Yeah, we have trained the trainer programs. We do send out this message welcoming more healers because as a modality, very few people are practicing sound healing.
एक कोई सक्सेस स्टोरी आप अपने क्लाइंट की शेयर करना चाहेंगे जिन्होंने साउंड हीलिंग से अपने आप को ट्रांसफॉर्म किया हो, अपने डिसीज को क्योर किया हो?
One of my friends' mother was totally disabled, hearing disabled lady. She could hear slowly, and she started using the help of. It was totally dumb. Totally deaf, and she started using the device, and then eventually she brought up, and she is actually totally well now.
राइट. डॉक्टर शैमरॉक, आपने बताया कि ओवरऑल वेलबींग को अचीव करने में एनर्जी, फ्रीक्वेंसी और वाइब्रेशन का एक बहुत बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है. सो इसको डेली लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए कोई भी एक प्रैक्टिस जो आप हमारे व्यूअर्स को सजेस्ट करना चाहेंगे?
There is no capsule. Okay, you take this capsule, you will get. But there is an overall change. You have to watch what you are having inside, in terms of food, in terms of water, in terms of frequencies. So when I call your name, you feel happy, right? When I call a bad word, you feel sad.
Yes.
So when I call your bird, you feel happy because that frequency is a positive frequency for you.
It's matching.
Yeah, it's like in a 1,000 people crowd, when I call your name, you feel good. And you will only feel good. Other 1,000 people will not feel good. Right? So that means, you have to decide, okay, I have to do something with this frequency. So let's wake up in the morning. I sit quiet for 10-15 minutes. Morning, regardless, morning, you see, people working in the fast time signatures, like they can do it in their office. They can just cut off for 10-15 minutes and relax, so they can meditate. See, meditation is a must, and you take those frequencies which can calm yourself, and you can put a earplug and detach for some time and sit and meditate, and these frequencies will take you there. So if you're not able to go to a practitioner and do healing, you do it yourself in your office space or in your home or in your traveling time. You can do that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shyam Rock. Thank you.